It's Stockton. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. Hits it with a stiff arm. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Kelton. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll leave it with him. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Kelton. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air, it's Castellanos. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going for the big play. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line with the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for space, it's Singleton. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Unloads it left. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Quarterback making checks. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Got a man, it's Pittman. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The Noles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The running back has it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Turns it on in midfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Delivers the strip ball. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points. Trying to barge their way in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To throw, it's Stockton. going to try to pop one on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 4th down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It is good. The lead is now back down to 9.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Branch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in a half. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop.
He's got it inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia fitted in the window for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going to the ground. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Castellanos. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires and picked off.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. Going here in the second half is Georgia about to kick it away. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and You've got to have confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They think there's room to run to the right here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 30. He's at the 20. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He makes a grab. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
Finds space on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better, more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion, but he's just been off over and over again in this game.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half. But we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Pulls it in. It's Robinson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Pittman. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for room. It's Frazier. Fights off a defender. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. The sure hands, it's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. Lowers those pads. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Might be calling a hot route. They just keep firing. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
Looking for a huge play. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might... There he goes! He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd, because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Just threw that one way too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense.
Jackrabbit.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Branch. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down and more. He's loose at the 30. 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final touch, courtesy of that 76-yard sprint to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. And the returner goes down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Turning it on. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
They'll make the stop, and not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Give to the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. Can the defense step up here and make a play?
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Heat up them pass rushers. Bringing them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for room. It's Holmes. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out.